Midas is here with a huge plan and the secret you can find inside of this mysterious building on the Chapter 5 map. Now, to understand this, we have to go all the way back in Chapter 2, Season 1. Please leave a like, subscribe, and use code SMJM. Chapter 2 has just started. We are introduced to this group called Ego. Ego was a group created by Imagine Order, and they were ordered to go check out the brand new Chapter 2 map that has just been created after the Black Hole event. There was another group called Alter. This was a group created by Midas. Midas made Chaos Agent the leader of this group. Their mission was to go against Ego. And the reason why Midas was doing this was to challenge Dr. Sloan. Midas was hoping to be the leader of the Imagine Order. The IO believed that Dr. Sloan would be the perfect leader after Sloan showing exceptional skills on science and politics. This photo you can see Midas in the class being taught by a very young Dr. Sloan. Despite being older and very clever, he gets overlooked by the Imagine Order and he feels betrayed. In anger, Midas leaves the Imagine Order, promising himself that he's going to create a group better than Imagine Order and rule the Fortnite island. But in order to do this, he's gonna have to destroy the Imagine Order. Because one thing Imagine Order don't like is competition. IO wants to keep the entire Fortnite island and the people inside under their control, and the way they do this is by using the 0 points. As we all know by now, the Fortnite island is stuck in a loop. The whole map resets after 20 to 30 minutes. That includes people's memories. This loop makes it very easy for the Imagine Order to control everything. So in order for Midas to destroy the Imagine Order, he's going to have to stop this loop. So he comes up with this plan to create the doomsday device. So in order to create this doomsday device, he's going to need a base. This base has to be at the center of the map where the 0 point is located. Decides to build the agency on an island in the center of the map, and the Imagine Order, to stop Midas, sends the group Ego to stop them. Both of the organization changed the name of their group. Chapter 2 Season 2 is here. There is a war on the map between Ghost versus Shadow. The reason why the members of the Ghost and the Shadows look the same is because they are just snapshots of the original people. Because if you don't know, every time someone goes through the 0 point, a snapshot is created on the island. For example, there are so many different versions of Jonesies because Agent Jones, who is an actual person, has been through the 0 point a lot of time. And this is perfect for Midas because since there is a war going on the map, this means this can be a distraction. The IO is going to be occupied. This gives Midas time to build the doomsday device. That is exactly what he does. When we go inside Midas's room, we can see this device being built. He builds this device with the help of his daughter Jules. How this doomsday device works is that it basically stops the storm from closing in, because the only way the loop can restart is if the storm fully closes in. What this device does is it basically pushes the storms out so it cannot close in, meaning in order to do this, they're going to need a perfect storm, meaning the storm has to end at the agency. That is exactly what happens during the doomsday event. Final storm is at the agency. Midas is in his doomsday suit. Device is working, is shooting a beam of light towards the storm, pushing it back, and it is a success. Device actually worked. Storm is pushed back, meaning there is not going to be any more loops. So everyone thought for a few seconds until this happened. Because the storm was created by the 0 point, the storm and the 0 point kind of worked together to keep this loop going over and over again. And since there is no storm, the 0 point starts to destabilize. Because of this, us, the players, start to go in and out of the loop. This is when we end up in the Imagine Order's headquarters, which is not affected by the loop, by the way. But the first first time we meet real Jonesy, Agent Jones. The Imagine Order as a temporary measure decides water from the ocean as a storm circle. That kind of works. But unfortunately, because of this, the whole map is flooded. This is the start of Chapter 2, Season 3. In the trailer, we see that after being humbled by the Imagine Order, we see Midas getting eaten by a shark. Everyone thought this was actually the end of Midas. But they are wrong, he is still alive, even confirmed by the creator of Midas, Donald Mustard. Next time we see Midas was in Chapter 2, Season 4 during the Halloween update. That was because of this chair. A mysterious person stole Midas's chair from the agency. It was transported using this boat and this truck. It was moved to this house right here. Since it was so heavy, it actually broke this person's floor. Finally, the chair was back at the authority. Bunch of witches uses the chair to summon evil version of Midas so he can take his revenge against the Imagine Order. But yet again, Midas ends up losing. In Season 5, Chapter 2, we see something that we was not expecting to see. We get an armored version of Jules. It looks like Jules is part of the Imagine Order. This makes Midas very angry because Jules obviously is Midas's daughter. Now she's taken the side of his enemies. Unless this is actually Midas's plan and he's making Jules join the Imagine Order so she can spy on them. Season 7, we are revealed to Midas's second daughter, Marigold. And if you wear the Jules' skin and go talk to Marigold, she says stick to the plan, which kind of confirms that she's in fact a spy. She also reveals that Midas is working on a huge secret plan. And just to remind you that Marigold said this in Season 7 of Chapter 2, and we have not yet seen this plan in motion. Also, it looks like the last reality used the power of Midas because there was a golden cube during the Season 8. And even though this has not been confirmed, it looks like Midas was the one that turned it gold. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but when Chapter 3 started, Midas was still around. We find this house near Sanctuary. We believe that this was in fact Midas's house because inside we find Midas's famous book, photo of his daughter Jules. We can see papers and napkins with Midas's logo, the same logo that was seen on Midas's yacht before it was stolen by Deadpool. We see Midas's friends Meowsicle and Sky hidden inside of the Imagine Order's headquarters, still spying on them. But this was not the right time to attack because Imagine Order are very powerful still. We believe that the Midas was actually working with the Seven. All the information that they get were passed on to the Seven. When the Imagine Order created the Doomsday device too, I'm pretty sure Midas helped the Seven understand how the device worked. During Chapter 3 Season 4, we received this random spray. We see Midas's hand covered in chrome. It's titled Silver and Gold. We are told that with the help with someone, Agent Jones is working on a loop breaking project. Now, the only loop breaking project that we know about is the Doomsday event where he tried to break the loop. So this specialist has to be Midas. Now, when Chapter 4 started, we find that Jules is now working for the Ageless. The reason why Ageless has hired Jules is because she is an engineer. Because Midas didn't build the Doomsday device. It was in fact Jules because she is an engineer. She goes on to create devices such as this owl, hammers, an Excalibur rifle using the kinetic stones. And I bet she also helped build the Rift Gate. I believe that Jules is still working for Midas. So is Meowsicle because this season we get the Summer Meowsicle, who I believe is spying on Dr. Sloan after finding out that Sloan is still alive. If you remember, Dr. Sloan is Midas's biggest enemy. She's the one who stole Midas's dream of becoming the IO leader. She took everything from Midas, even ruining his Doomsday plan. See, Midas has never left Fortnite. Every season we see something that's related to Midas because Midas has been in the shadows slowly working towards this massive plan that Marigold Marigold revealed to us in Season 7, Chapter 2. Also, we know that Dr. Sloan and Agent Jones was the people that mastermind this huge Big Bang event. And we know that Agent Jones is here and Dr. Sloan is going to join him very soon. So this would be the perfect time to execute this huge plan. And I believe this is already happening because if you go to this building is called a Clustered Castle, and this might be Midas's house. If you look at this room, Midas's base from chapter 2, now behind Midas you can see his main chair, the same chair you can find in this castle. And also you might have noticed some of the battle pass characters are actually dressed like Midas. And also we've got this bundle right over here coming to the item shop very soon. Does this mean Midas is returning? Let me know in the comments